The Cyber Stand-Up for May 22nd, 2026. This week's briefing is critical. We're looking at a CVSS 10.0 vulnerability that gives unauthenticated attackers full administrative control over Cisco Secure Workload. At the same time, a sophisticated Chinese espionage campaign is deploying a new modular Linux malware framework called Showboat against telecommunications providers. And to top it off, a supply chain attack just turned a popular Visual Studio Code extension into a malicious implant. Let's get into the details. First up, the Patch Now or Regret It Later vulnerability, CVE 2026-2022-3 in Cisco Secure Workload. For those of you running it, you know Secure Workload, formerly Tetration, is a cornerstone for application visibility and enforcing microsegmentation policies in complex data center and cloud environments. It is the central nervous system for your zero trust architecture. This vulnerability, a CVSS 10.0, completely undermines that model. The flaw is an insufficient authentication mechanism in one of the platform's APIs. This allows a remote, unauthenticated attacker to craft a specific request that bypasses security checks and grants them site administrator privileges. From there, it's game over. The attacker has full control of the secure workload platform. They can view all application traffic, manipulate segmentation policies to open up pathways, exfiltrate sensitive data, and effectively disable your entire security posture from a single point. Cisco has released patches, and there are no workarounds. Given the severity and the simplicity of exploitation, this is your top patching priority. If you have a secure workload appliance exposed, you need to assume it is a target. Get the update applied immediately. Next, let's pivot to a major threat actor campaign. A Chinese cyber espionage group has been targeting Middle Eastern telecommunications providers in a campaign active since at least 2022. The objective here is classic espionage: establish long-term, persistent access for sustained data exfiltration. Compromising a major telco is a strategic victory for an intelligence operation. It provides access to sensitive customer data, call detail records, and a critical pivot point into high-value government and corporate targets who use that provider's infrastructure. The primary tool of this campaign is a newly identified modular Linux malware framework named Showboat. This is a post-exploitation tool designed for stealth and flexibility. Its core components provide capabilities for remote shell access, secure file transfers for exfiltration, and SOC 5 proxy operations to tunnel traffic through the compromised host. This modular architecture allows the operators to deploy specific functionalities as needed, minimizing the implant's footprint on the target system. In parallel with Showboat on Linux assets, the attackers have also been observed deploying a Windows implant known as JFM Backdoor, giving them coverage across heterogeneous enterprise environments. This multi-platform, long-running campaign highlights a dedicated and persistent adversary focused on a critical infrastructure sector. Finally, let's talk about a supply chain attack that hits close to home for many development teams. The popular Visual Studio Code extension NX Console was compromised. NX is a widely used build system and developer toolset. The threat actor didn't find a vulnerability in the code itself. Instead, they compromised an official developer's account. With this access, they were able to publish a malicious version of the NX console extension directly to the official Visual Studio marketplace. This is a classic and highly effective supply chain attack. Why attack a hardened corporate network when you can poison a trusted tool your developers use every single day? Unsuspecting developers who installed or updated the extension received the malicious version, which then executed in their local environment. The malicious code runs with the same permissions as the developer, giving it potential access to source code, API keys, internal credentials, and a foothold to pivot into the broader development and production network. The compromised versions have been removed, but this is a critical reminder for all development and security teams. You must have a process to verify the authenticity and integrity of your development tools and their dependencies. All teams using NX Console should immediately inspect their installations to ensure they are running a clean, authentic version. Time for the quick hits. First, ABB has released patches for multiple vulnerabilities across its B&R industrial control system product lines. Affected products include B&R PCs, the Terra AC Wallbox, Automation Studio, and Automation Runtime. The flaws could lead to remote code execution, denial of service, and session hijacking. If you're in an OT environment with these products, review the CISA Advisories and apply the firmware and software updates immediately. Second, Hitachi Energy is addressing CVE 2022-4304. This is a vulnerability in an old OpenSSL component used in its GMS 600 grid automation products. It's a timing side channel attack that could allow an attacker to decrypt application data. There isn't a direct patch yet, so users should refer to the vendor's specific mitigation guidance for immediate workarounds to protect that data. All right, let's consolidate the key takeaways for defenders this week. First, patch priorities. Your number one action item is patching Cisco Secure Workload for CVE 2026-2023. A CVSS 10.0 allowing unauthenticated admin access is as bad as it gets. Then, review and apply all the updates for the affected ABB and Hitachi ICS products to secure your operational technology environments. Second, on supply chain security. If your teams use the NX console for VS Code, audit your installations now. This incident is a clear signal to implement stricter controls for vetting and monitoring all third party extensions and dependencies in your development environments. Third, for threat hunters, especially in the telecom sector, start actively hunting for indicators of the Showboat malware on Linux and its counterpart, JFM Backdoor, on Windows. Monitor for anomalous remote shell activity, unexpected SOC 5 proxy traffic originating from critical servers, and any suspicious file transfers. Finally, keep two macro trends on your watch list: the sustained, sophisticated espionage focus on telecommunications infrastructure, and the emerging threat of AI accelerated exploit development. The recent proof of concept for a macOS kernel exploit shows that the timeline from vulnerability discovery to weaponization is about to get much shorter. That's our briefing for this week. Stay vigilant, keep patching, and if you found this breakdown valuable, hit that subscribe button for more practitioner focused threat intelligence delivered weekly. We'll see you in the next one.